Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Sheds off the tackle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Geno. And this is incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Geno. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and that results in a sack. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw these.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Mahomes now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Raiders defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now, from the home of the Raiders since 2020, we're inside the spectacular Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Mahomes. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 79 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that
he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will score. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Here's Pacheco. And he's into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here first and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. They'll go play action. It's Smith. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. And he will go all the way. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to the air, it's Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's 2 big key pieces the way you want to evaluate quarterbacks in the NFL, Mike, is the first one, how do they operate on 3rd down? But the second one, how do they throw the ball when it's not a clean pocket? And you saw here, the ability to be on time and accurate through contact, that's what separates the good ones from the rest. And that was a big-time throw right there.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Gino going to throw for it. That's taken in. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on 4th down. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
And he'll take this down to about the 7. Now here's 2nd and goal. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Play action now. It's Geno. That is caught by the tight end. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders draw closer here. It's 21-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. To do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Chiefs on top. And we're back in Vegas after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is caught. What a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. Butker now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Chiefs have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. on play action. Smith. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
A second down throw for Smith. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. A big play there for the Raiders. 52 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. It is brought in the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Vegas. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
First down throw, Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Kelce. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Nice job there by Kelce moving the chains, and to think